Hello, everyone. Tom Pounder here, ymsidekick.com. Hey, just a quick little sidekick tip for you. Four simple things, four action steps that you can take right now when you're considering Plan B. Now, this is something that I'm learning quite drastically. Although I've been in ministry quite some time, this is something that's real and relevant right now because we have a major snowstorm. But we are in the midst, or a snowstorm is going to happen very, very soon here in the Northeast. And we have to have a plan B because we have church on Sunday and this snowstorm's supposed to hit Friday night, going all the way into Saturday. And so there's a lot that needs to happen. So as I'm processing this with everyone else, I figured, hey, why not just share this as four steps to consider when you're coming up with Plan B. All right, first step is this. Know what is happening in your area. Okay, so obviously the snowstorm is national attention. You just turn on the news and you hear about this storm. But there are other things that are happening in your area that may not be national attention. It could be just locally stuff. Like, for instance, a big football game, a big high school football game that is coming about that plays on Friday night or Saturday. It could be a tragedy that happens in one of the schools or one of the places that really has a dramatic impact. And it could change something that happens. Or it could be a local football team, like, for instance, the Washington Redskins a few weeks ago made the playoffs. They played on a Sunday night when we had youth group. Well, guess what? Attendance was down for youth group. Why? Because everybody was watching the football game. So we had to come up with a plan B. But the reality is you have to be aware of what's happening in the area so that you can effectively plan B. All right, so that's the first step. Know what's happening in the area. Second step is meet with your key stakeholders. This is important because the event that you're trying to put on doesn't just affect you in your ministry. It affects a whole bunch of other people. The children's ministry could be a part of it, or the online ministry could be a part of it. It doesn't just affect one area of ministry, it affects a bunch of people. So make sure you know who's affected by this event, this snowstorm or tragedy or football game, whatever it is that's causing you to make a change. Find out what is happening and get those people involved and start talking about what you guys can be doing as a plan B. So that's the second thing. Third thing, come up with a plan and communicate that to your staffers. Make sure everyone is on the same page. Make sure everyone knows what is happening, who's in charge of what, and what is going on. So make sure you communicate effectively to the staffers. And then the last thing that you do, step number 4, is to communicate to everyone involved, everyone that's effective. So if you're a student minister, make sure all your parents and students know what is happening. It's not good just to communicate to the parents, or it's not good just to communicate to the students. You need to communicate to everyone who's involved or affected, including the volunteer leaders. Make sure they know what is happening and why it's happening and what the plan moving forward is. So that's it. 4 steps, okay, that you can do to make sure that you have an effective plan B in place.